the alpha versus the sigma, a battle for the ages. You know, the whole alpha, beta, sigma thing, it's way more complex than people make it seem. It's not about some rigid hierarchy. It's about understanding different male archetypes and how they interact. Alphas, with their drive for dominance, are often thrown off by the sigma's indifference to the whole game. So, in this video, we're going to dive deep into the reasons why alpha males sometimes struggle to deal with sigma males. Reason 1. Sigmas don't compete for dominance, confusing alphas. Why no desire for dominance is so confusing. Let's talk about dominance for a second. It's like the currency of the alpha male. They're constantly striving for it, competing for it, measuring themselves against it. But then you have the sigma, completely off the grid, not even interested in playing that game. It's like they're speaking a different language, one that the alpha just can't comprehend. And that's where the confusion sets in for the alpha. They're so used to everyone being on the same playing field, vying for the same prize. But the sigma doesn't care about the prize. They're playing a completely different game with different rules, and that throws the alpha off their game. The alpha's puffing out his chest, making eye contact, trying to establish dominance. The sigma's just strolling along, minding his own business, completely indifferent. The alpha might even see the sigma's indifference as a challenge, a direct affront to their authority. But the reality is the sigma's not even thinking about the alpha. He's got his own thing going on, his own goals and aspirations. Their lack of interest in dominance is precisely what makes them so intriguing. The alpha is so focused on the traditional power dynamics that they miss the bigger picture. They don't realize that true power comes from within, from being comfortable in your own skin. And that's a lesson that some alphas just can't seem to grasp, no matter how hard they try. Reason 2. Alphas can't manipulate or control sigmas. One of the things that really trips alphas up is the sigma's independence. Sigmas are like lone wolves, thriving in their solitude. Alphas are used to operating in a world where they can exert influence, use their status to get what they want. They are accustomed to being the center of attention, but sigmas? Good luck trying to control them. They are elusive and hard to pin down. You see, sigmas are wired differently. They have a unique mindset that sets them apart. They're not looking for approval. They don't need validation from the group. Their self-worth comes from within. They're comfortable marching to the beat of their own drum, even if it means going against the grain. They embrace their individuality. This self-reliance, this lack of need for external validation, it's like kryptonite to the alpha. It disrupts the alpha's usual power dynamics. They thrive on control, on being the puppet master, but the sigma's strings, they're cut. There's no way to manipulate them. There's no puppet to control. The sigma stands alone, free from the alpha's grasp. And you can almost see the frustration in the alpha's eyes. Their usual tactics are rendered useless. They're so used to people bending to their will, playing by their rules. They expect compliance. But the sigma just doesn't operate that way. They have their own set of rules. The alpha's tactics, the ones they've honed over time to manipulate and control, they just fall flat with the sigma. It's a different game altogether. The more the alpha tries to assert their dominance, the more the sigma withdraws. It's a natural defense mechanism. The alpha, used to a certain reaction, doubles down, pushing harder, trying to elicit a response. But it only pushes the sigma further away. But the sigma, they're already on to the next thing, completely unfazed. They move forward with confidence and clarity. Reason 3. Women are intrigued by sigmas, alphas' perceived options. Let's talk about the ladies, man. Because understanding their perspective is key to unraveling this mystery. Because this is where the whole alpha-sigma dynamic gets really fascinating. It's a dance of contrasts and subtleties. You see, alphas with their outward confidence and assertiveness, they're used to a certain level of attention, they thrive on it. But then the sigma walks in, quiet, observant, and suddenly the energy shifts. It's almost palpable. There's this undeniable allure to the sigma male that often leaves alphas scratching their heads, wondering what just happened. It's like they possess this quiet confidence, this air of mystery that women find incredibly attractive. It's a magnetic pull, and it drives some alphas crazy. They can't quite put their finger on it. They're so used to being the center of attention, the ones calling the shots. And here comes the sigma, seemingly effortlessly captivating the room. It's a game changer. Part of it is the sigma's unavailability. They're an enigma, hard to pin down. They're not chasing validation. They're not performing for anyone. They're just being themselves. They're comfortable in their own skin, and that self-assurance is intoxicating. It's a rare quality. It's like they're not even trying to attract attention, and yet that's precisely what makes them so appealing. It's effortless. They're the opposite of the alpha's overt displays of dominance, and yet, they exude a different kind of power, a quiet magnetism. It's subtle but powerful, and you can see the alpha's gears turning, trying to figure out the sigma's secret. It's a puzzle they can't solve, because the sigma's allure isn't something you can fake, it's genuine, and that's what makes it so compelling. Reason 4. Sigmas often outperform alphas without trying to show off. Before moving on, if you are finding any value in this video, all I ask is for a quick like and subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to miss the topics we will cover in upcoming videos. Here's another thing that really gets under the alpha's skin. Sigmas often excel without even seeming like they're trying. They have this uncanny ability to achieve great things without the need for fanfare or external validation. Alphas, on the other hand, are all about the hustle. They're grinding, they're striving, they're constantly seeking recognition for their achievements. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does create this interesting dynamic when you compare it to the sigma's approach. Imagine this, an alpha and a sigma are both working on a project. The alpha is loud, assertive, delegating tasks, making sure everyone knows they're the one in charge. The sigma, meanwhile, is quietly working in the background, focused, efficient, and incredibly effective. When the project is done and it's a smashing success, who do you think gets the credit? Often it's the alpha because they've been so vocal, so visible in their efforts. But here's the thing, the sigma doesn't care. They derive satisfaction from the work itself, from the pursuit of excellence, not from external validation. And that's a tough pill for some alphas to swallow. Reason 5. Alphas can't understand sigma's indifference to social hierarchies. You know, one of the most fundamental differences between alphas and sigmas is their relationship with social hierarchies. Alphas, by their very nature, are drawn to these structures. They want to climb the ladder, to be at the top, to be seen as the leader of the pack. Sigmas, on the other hand, they just don't give a damn. They see right through these artificial constructs. They understand that true power doesn't come from a title or a position, but from within. And that's what makes them so fascinating, so unpredictable. They don't play by the rules because they don't recognize the rules. They're not bound by social expectations or the need to conform. The sigma's lack of interest in the social hierarchy isn't about shyness or insecurity. It's about a deep-seated understanding that true connection, true fulfillment, comes from genuine interaction. This disregard for social climbing absolutely baffles some alphas. They can't comprehend why someone wouldn't want to climb the ladder, to be at the top of the food chain, but the sigma sees the bigger picture. We've explored the clash of the titans, the alpha and the sigma, and how their contrasting approaches to life create this fascinating dynamic. Remember, it's not about one being better than the other. It's about understanding the different ways men navigate the world, the different values they prioritize. If you want to know who women pick between sigma males and nice guys, check out the video on the top right corner.